What up, headphone nerds? It's Jason here from Custom Cans, and I've just got the new Sennheiser HD490 Pro. And these were announced a little while ago, and I asked our Sennheiser rep, I said, can you get me one as soon as they're available? So I might be the first guy reviewing these, I don't know. Yeah, so these are their new professional headphone. Now, I don't know if you know this, but Sennheiser's, for at least a decade, has been kind of split in two, pro and consumer. We've been on the pro side, and a little while ago, Sennheiser sold off the consumer side to another company. And before, we used to be able to buy the HD600 for professionals because a lot of people use them in studios and stuff like that. But they lost the HD600 in the divorce. And this is a new Pro model that they've come out with, which is kind of filling in that gap on the Pro side. So the HD600 has gone over to consumer, and this is a new open back Pro studio monitor headphone. Yeah, it's quite exciting because when I saw the picture, I thought, it looks like Sennheiser have stolen my homework. It's Bear Dynamic, I'm sure, do the same thing. Occasionally, these new models come out with features that we'd added to them. But yeah, it'd be really interesting to have a look inside these and see if it's just a looks thing or what. But yeah, let's have a look. So opening it up. So it looks like you get two different sets of pads with tuned to different frequency responses, which is good. A bit like the DT 1990 and 1770 studio headphones. We've got an analytical pad and then a more forgiving ear pad. And what I really like is Sennheiser have completely gone to cardboard. Like, they don't have plastic bags anymore. They don't have foam inserts. Oh, there you go. So there's no more plastic in there. So yeah, everything's card and paper now, which is really good. Like, Sennheiser are definitely leading the way on that. Let's get these out. So you've got a nice studio cable with a little curly bit there, so if you pull your head away from the desk, it gives you a little bit of warning that you're about to yank the thing out. But a completely coiled cable tends to be a little bit heavy, so I like it when they have just this little coiled bit. It's enough just to tell you that you're just reaching the limit of the cable. So that's nice, and these are the extra pads. Anything else hiding in here? Just your instructions. Get that out of the way. So overall, they're very light, which is good. I quite like the headband. It reminds me a little bit of the HD800 with the metal thing with the gradations on the side there, so you can say I like it 2 clicks out, and you know what it is. It's got little marks on the side there, serial number on the inside. But yeah, the cups don't have a spring, so they don't spring back, so it's all just loose. It's not necessarily a bad thing. You've got L and R written on the inside, so you can tell which way you're putting them on quite easily, but the cable goes on the left by the look of it. And what I like is they've started using mini XLR, which is probably better. Like, the HD600 connectors are a little bit, I don't know, they're certainly expensive. But yeah, the HD600 connectors have their issues, and mini XLR is probably a more professional connector. It locks in nicely, you can unlock it, but it will just mean changing cables is good. I've just noticed they're using a 4-pin mini XLR, so you can probably go balanced just by changing the cable. We'll have to double check that, but yeah, that's nice. Because on the 1990 from Bear Dynamic and 1770, they only come with a 3-pin, and then we send them in, and then we'll change them to a 4-pin. But it looks like they're using Reen style mini XLRs, which is quite nice. Yeah, so mini XLR, it's a nice cable. What I might do before I pull them apart is have a quick listen. Oh, what have we got the other side? Have we got another mini XLR? Oh yeah, you got one the other side as well, so you can choose which side your cable goes. That's nice. Yeah, because some people, like cameramen and stuff, prefer the cable on the right, because that's where your camera's going to be and you haven't got the cable crossing your body, and then for other applications, on the left is more convenient. So I'm going to have a quick listen to these. Just use the stock cable. What's good is we've got loads of cables that will fit these, balanced cables and stuff as well. So yeah, this is good. We won't have to have a completely new cable design for this new headphone. We already have, like, our modified Bear Dynamics take this exact cable, so we're winning. Yeah, nice and light. Nice and light. Take my glasses off. Right, so with those pads, with the velour pads, it's quite warm. It's nice tonal balance. It's like quite a nice balance. It's quite smooth. Yeah, probably reminiscent of the HD650. You know, slightly veiled treble maybe, smooth mids, quite warm, chocolatey base. Let's see what they're like with the other pads. One of these is called mixing ear pads and production ear pads. I'm not sure which is which. So the pads just clip into place and they're not angled, so they'll go on either side. And yeah, with these grey pads, it's much brighter. So you've got mids and forwards a little bit, more sparkle in the treble, less bass. Yeah, so a warmer thing and a brighter thing, which is quite nice. Should we get them on the thing and give them a quick measure, see what they look like on the frequency whatsits. So that's with these pads, and what I've done is I've put up the HD600 as well, because that's going to be probably the reference point. And certainly with these pads, the bass on the HD600 is a bit flatter, but the treble on these looks a little bit smoother. There's less big dips and peaks on that. So the treble might be a little bit better on these with these pads than it is on the HD600. Let's just try it with the other pads, and I suspect that's going to be similar to the HD600 with a bit more bump in the badunkadunk. Yeah, so there you can see the two graphs, one above the other, with the velour pads, similar kind of shape to the HD600, and with slightly better treble. So these look pretty good. Yeah, good successor to the HD600 for a sensible-ish price. I'm not sure how much these are. Let's have a look. Yeah, I haven't got a price. I've just had a look. I haven't got a price for these yet, but I would have thought around 300-ish, knowing how much we paid for them. So yeah, so they're going to be in the same ballpark as the HD600, but they're nice. I think these, like the swivel ear cups is nice. They're very, very comfortable and lightweight. Like these would be a good successor to the HD600. The pad, you can see the head pad, they've got a notch out the middle, which is something that they started doing on the newer HD600 and the HD650, which makes them a bit more comfortable so it doesn't press right on the center of your head. So they should be good for long periods. Like they feel like they're built like a tank. But should we have a quick look inside? Because that was the interesting bit. When I saw these with the ring around the driver and possibly foam in the inside, I'm like, that looks very similar to something that someone else designed for the HD600. Have you copied my homework, Sennheiser? But it'll be interesting to have a look inside and see. They probably haven't. But they might have done. Oh, so it looks like T5s or T6s inside. I might have to go and get a different screwdriver set. Right, cool, is it a T6? Yes. Right, let's get these out. So it looks like there's 4 T6 screws holding this section in. You've got a little bit of foam that you can pull out. See the driver underneath with the paper there for tuning. The driver's offset down low, which sometimes helps with sound staging a little bit, having it off center like that. And the driver's slightly angled to the ear as well. But yeah, the sound staging was pretty good on these, and yeah, they're quite nice. I think I could have a nice long listening session with these. I'm going to have a really good play after I've done this video, and they're nice studio headphones. But yeah, the weight of them, it's like they feel solid but light. It's good. It's a good combination. Like there's no creaking and rattling and flexing in weird places. But yeah, very lightweight. Let's get these bad boys open. Right, so there's the driver, which looks similar to the driver they use in like the HD280 and stuff. And then let's see if we can get this piece out. Yeah, it's interesting. That might even be a Reen socket. Yeah, they're good sockets. Let's just get this out. Release. Cable routing through here. So they've just stolen the look of ours. It's not quite the same. But yeah, you know, like on our HD6XXs, if I get a picture up where they've got the ring round them. But yeah, some stuff on here which I'm noticing, so you've got foam in the back here to damp the magnet there, so it doesn't kind of ring like a bell. I suspect that's what that's for. And then you've got a little port here, and they flared it off at the top like we've done with the mass loading and damping kit to kind of reduce chuffing as the sound's going through. And yeah, you know, you expect it from Sennheiser, but these are quality plastics. And what's interesting is they haven't made it symmetrical, that it's left and right, so there'll be two parts, which made the moulding more expensive. I don't think it was necessary, but yeah, when they're going to be making them in mass production, it doesn't matter having two moulds rather than one mould for left and right. But yeah, it's quite interesting that it's not a symmetrical part. This part, like this part, because it's angled, you need different parts for left and right. But this part, I would have thought, could be the same for both sides. It's just because it's got the cable routing this side or the cable routing the other side. Let's have a look. Does this all come out? Don't want to break them, but yeah. So you can remove the so it all comes apart. Like the ear cups would, once you've got that out, these would unclip and you'd be away. So you could replace these parts. It's not socketed here. You'd have to unsolder that to replace the headband. But Sennheiser are usually pretty good about replacement parts. But yes, that's. If that had like a metal thing, the same as it looked like it did from the picture. I'm like, oh, have you just ripped off our design? But no, it's not. But yes, I don't know. I'm sure that the designers at Sennheiser probably keep an eye on what we do, because it's how it is. I know Beyerdynamic have taken a few ideas that we had and incorporated it into newer models. There's nothing wrong with that. It's kind of complementary. But I like it when they say, oh, like, we've done this thing, rather than just stealing it. But yes, no, it's just looks. It's not the same. So yes, so this is interesting. So there's still modding potential here. I think you can probably still squeeze a bit more goodness out of them with a little bit of a few mods. So in the future, we might have a look at if these catch on, because there have to be basically thousands of these out in the wild before it's worth us making anything, because if we make a mod for a headphone that no one's got, maybe only 1% of people that have got the headphones want to mod them, so it's not really there. But what we can do is we can already sell balanced cables for these. Are these wired for balance? Yeah, they will be. So we can sell balanced cables for them, and no, you couldn't use an Odyssey style cable. It would have to be a single-sided cable. But yeah, we can sell balanced cables for them, fancy cables for them. But it's just interesting having a look at a new model that has just come out, and yeah, that was quite exciting, because obviously the HD600 series has been around for quite a long time, and Sennheiser haven't really had an open back Pro headphone for quite a long time, since they lost the HD600 to the consumer side. So this is it, and it looks really well put. Sennheiser quality is their Pro stuff is really good. It all comes apart really nicely. All the plastics are really good. It's built to last. So yes, so I would not hesitate to have a go on these. Buy them, as long as they're a sensible-ish price. But yeah, these look like they're really good, really good. This is quite exciting. This might be a new model that we start stocking, and yeah, I don't know if we can squeeze a little bit more juice out of them, but we'll see. We might be able to modify them a little bit. So if you're interested in seeing headphones pulled apart and having a look and seeing how they're built, get subscribed. Obviously, we're doing this kind of thing all the time, but it's been super awesome hanging out, and I will see you guys again.